Hi everyone, welcome you all to this video lecture. And today in the lecture 2, in this session of estimation and costing, we'll discuss regarding the principles of measurement and what are the different items will come in a building construction and what are the units of measurements and units of payments. Okay. In the last session, we have discussed the definition of estimation, types of estimation, and data required for the preparation of estimation, and what is the purpose of estimations. These things we have discussed in the previous class. And today, we'll start with the measurement of materials and works. The principles of measurement depends on the massive or volumetrics of the work or the item. For the massive works like concrete foundation, random rubble masonry, brick masonry, etc., the measurements of length, breadth, and height, depth shall be taken to compute the volume or a cubical content. Hence, these volumetric or massive items are measured in cubic meter. And in second case, the shallow thin surface work are taken in square meter, or the unit of measurement is an area. The measurement of length and breadth are taken, and the thickness or height will be uniform. For those items are measured in square meter. For example, the plastering, the length and width only taken for the measurement of the plaster. The thickness is a given, uniform thickness will be there. So in such case, such items are measured in square meter. Painting, flooring, plastering, pointing, etc. are measured in square meter. And for the items, those lengths are more, and for the specified width and the thickness, the only the length is measured. The such items are measured in the running meter. For example, the skirting is measured in running meter because the height is also fixed there, and even the thickness is also fixed. For the specified thickness and width, the only the length is taken for the measurement. Rainwater pipes, ornamental borders, skirting, etc. are measured in running meter. The last one, the single units of work are expressed in numbers. For example, the fixing of doors and windows are measured in number. The fixtures to the doors or windows, the tower bolt, handles are also measured in numbers. Such a single unit of work are expressed in or measured in numbers. Now we'll look at the units of measurement of different works. Actually, the items of works involved in the construction of a building will start from site clearance, excavation, backfilling, bed concreting, side stone masonry, superstructure, DPC, lintel, chedja, slab, etc. Is it right? So these items are measured in a different units of measurement, and even the payment is also made in a different units. For example, the earthwork in excavation and filling, backfilling, both are measured in cubic meter. As the principle says, the massive works, the volumetric works are measured in cubic meter. Here, for the earthwork, length, width, and depth of the excavation is taken, and it is measured and paid in cubic meter. The next one is brickwork or stone masonry or the brickwork. 9-inch thick brickwork is measured in cubic meter, whereas the partition work 100 mm thick, 4-inch thick wall, 100 mm thick brick partitions walls are measured in square meter. Because thickness is specified here, so this brickwork is measured in square meter. And the stone masonry, size stone masonry, random rubble masonry, uncoached rubble masonry are measured in cubic meter. The RCC concrete, the concrete masonry, RCC concrete in column, beam, slab, footing concreting are measured in cubic meter. The plain cement concrete in bed concreting or floor concreting or sill concreting is measured in cubic meter. Chaja and loft concreting is measured in square meter because here the thickness is specified, only the length and width are taken in measurements, and those items chaja and lofts are measured in square meter. The sill concreting is measured in running meter because there the width and thickness is specified, only length is taken for the measurement. The tile flooring, vitrified tile flooring, granite flooring, marble flooring, or a concrete flooring, all flooring, all types of floorings are measured in square meter because the thickness is specified, so only length and width are taken for the measurement, and those items are taken in square meter. And weathering course is also measured in square meter. Plastering, painting are measured in square meter, whereas the skirting, because here the width is also specified and thickness is also specified, only the length will vary. The length is measured. The skirting, the item of skirting, in the item of skirting only the length is measured, so the unit of measurement is running meter or meter. Like this, even the Mangalore ridge tile is also measured in running meter. Glazing work, formwork, centering, shuttering, scaffoldings are measured in square meter. The doors and window frame fixing is measured in numbers, whereas the doors and window panels are measured in square meter. But doors and window frame work is measured in cubic meter. The installation of pipelines, sewer lines are measured in running meter. Anti-termite treatment is measured in square meter. Damp proof course DPC is also measured in square meter. Waterproofing work is also measured in square meter. Fixing of GI mesh is measured in running meter or meter. GI mesh, the fixing of GI mesh, usually it is used to for joints and all, so the thickness width is will be specified here, so the GI meshing is measured in running meter. For fixing of grills is measured in square meter, and dismantling of brickwork, masonry, concrete work is measured in cubic meter, and paver blocks, laying of paver blocks is also measured in square meter. Okay, the next is rules of measurement. The rules of measurement for each items are invariably described in IS 1200 part 1 to part 29. These codes will describe about the rules of measurement, how the measurement is made, what is the procedure for the deduction. There are set of codes are available from 1 to part 1, 1200 part 1 to part 29. There are around 29 codes are available for the measurement of different items of work. The general rules are: the measurement shall be made for the finished item of work. The measurement has to be taken after the completion of the work. And description of each item shall include the material, transport, labor, fabrication tools and plants involved to complete the work. And the second, the general rule is regarding the booking the booking the measurements. The order of booking the measurements shall be length, width, height or thickness. And the third one is all work shall be measured in subject to the following tolerance. The linear measurement shall be made to the nearest of 0.01 meter, that is 1 centimeter, nearest to the 1 centimeter. And area shall be measured to the nearest of 0.01 square meter. And the cubical content shall be worked out to the nearest of 0.01 cubic meter. And the fourth one is the weights are measured. The weights are weighed up to 1 kg, to the least nearest to the 1 kg. The next one is if the same work is to be carried out in a different condition or a different time, those has to be measured separately. For example, if the concrete is laid, the same reinforced concrete is laid in foundation, columns from foundation to plinth, or column costing from plinth first floor, second floor, the beams in plinth beams, roof beams, first floor beams, second floor beams, like this. The same item is carried out in a different condition or a different time, has to be measured separately. By mentioning the describing the where we have taken a measurements. For example, from foundation to plinth you are taking a column measurement, so you have to write foundation to plinth level, from plinth to first floor level, from first floor level to second floor level, and so on. This is will be same for the brickwork, super brickwork also, plastering also. The item will be same, but we are executing at a different stages, different situations, so those has to be measured separately. And this next one is the bill of quantities shall be fully describe the material, proportion, workmanship, and accurately represent the work to be executed. In a BOQ, we shall mention the description of the material, proportions, workmanship involved has to be mentioned in the description. In case of the masonry, brick, stone or a brick or a structural concrete shall be measured separately, and height shall be described. So as we have discussed in a fourth point, the same thing will be there here. Okay, this is regarding the rules of measurement. The next one is rules for the deduction. Deduction will come in case of plastering and also in case of the brickwork. The deduction has to be left for the doors and window openings, ventilators, windows, doors. In such cases, the deduction has to be done for brickwork, masonry or plastering. Here we will discuss regarding the deductions in plastering. If the opening is less than a 0.5 square meter, no deductions shall be made, and no addition shall be made for the jambs, soffits and sills, etc. If the size of the opening, for example, the exhaust or a ventilator, if the area of the opening is very less, small opening, then no deductions is made and no addition is made for the sills, jambs and soffits. This is the rule. And for the openings exceeding 0.5 square meter but not exceeding 3 square meter, when both faces are plastered this with the same plaster, each deduction shall be made for one side only. If you are plastering on the both side with the same plaster, then the deduction is made for only one face, and the other face is allowed for the jambs, soffit and sills. The plastering has to be done for the jambs, soffits and sills, is it right? So only one side we are going to deduct, and other side it is going to be adjusted. The adjustment is made for the jambs, sills and soffits. The next one is for the openings exceeding zero point 0.5 square meter but less than 3 square meter, when the two faces of plaster with the different types of plaster, maybe internal plaster or external plaster, the thickness of the internal plaster will be different and external plaster will be different. Even the rate for the internal plastering and outer plastering will also differ. Or if the inside plastering is done and external pointing is done, in such cases the deductions shall be made only on the one side where the width of jambs and sills soffits are less. On that side, on that item, the deduction is made. For example, if the inside jambs, soffits, sides area is very less, then the deduction is made in the inside plastering, and outside plastering no deduction shall be made. In outside plastering, it is adjusted for the plastering of jambs, sills and soffits. In case of the opening area is more than 3 square meter, for example, if you are providing a shutters for shops and all, commercial complexes and all, or for the car parking area, garage and all, in such cases the area of opening will be more than 3 square meter. When the area of opening is more than 3 square meter, the deductions has to be made on the both side, and jambs, sills and soffits has to be measured and added. This is regarding the rules of deductions. And here we have discussed when the area of opening is less than 0.5 square meter, no deductions and no additions has to be made. And if the area of opening is more than 0.5 square meter and less than 3 square meter, and both side plastering is the same item, both side plastering, only one side plastering is deducted and the other side plastering is allowed for the jambs, soffits and sills of the opening. In the second case, when the area of opening is more than 0.5 square meter and less than 3 square meter, and plastering is made and different types of plastering is made, internal plastering and external plastering, because the thickness will allow differ and even the rate will also differ. Or if you are doing a inside plastering and outside pointing, in such cases where the size of the jambs, soffits and sills are less, on that side the deduction is made, and other side no deduction is made, and it is allowed for the plastering of jambs, sides and soffits of the opening. If in case of the opening area is more than 3 square meter, each side deduction, both side deduction is done, and sills, jambs, soffits has to be measured separately and added to the quantity of plastering. This is regarding the rules of deduction. And today we have discussed what are the different items involved in the construction work, and what are the units of measurement, and what are the units of payment, and what is the principles of units of measurement, and what is the rules of measurement, and what are the rules for deductions in plastering. These things we have discussed today, and we will continue in the next class. Thank you.